Hello and welcome to another episode of Effortless Marketing, where we take the mystery out of modern marketing and turn it into strategies you can actually use. I'm your host, Haley Hodge, and I'm thrilled you're tuning in, especially if you've been following along with our Marketing 101 mini-series. This is the last episode in this series. If you have loved this, please leave us a review and let us know what you want to hear next. Over the past several weeks, we've been on quite the journey together. We started this series with the basics, an introduction to marketing that set the stage for everything to come. We dove into the art and science of branding, exploring what makes a brand memorable and how you can shape your business's identity in a crowded market. Then, we talked about different types of products and services, unpacking how to position what you offer so it stands out to your ideal customer. We didn't stop there. We took a deep dive into the power of social media, discussing the latest trends, the best platforms for small businesses, and how to create content that connects. Remember our episode on consumer behavior? We looked at what drives people to make purchasing decisions and how understanding those motivations can transform your marketing approach. We even got into the nitty-gritty of competitive analysis, learning how to scope out the competition and spot opportunities to differentiate yourself. And let's not forget personas, the fictional representations of your ideal customers. We spent time figuring out how to build those profiles so your marketing speaks directly to the people who matter most to your business. Each episode, we focused on a core building block, adding layer upon layer to help you feel more confident and equipped to handle marketing, whether you're a one-person show or running a growing team. Today, we're going to take all of that knowledge and put it to work. The theme of this episode is bringing your marketing plan to life, turning all those strategies and ideas into a clear, actionable plan you can follow. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by all the moving pieces, wondering how to fit branding, social media, customer insights, and budgeting into one cohesive document, this is the episode for you. My goal is to help you connect the dots and walk away with a plan that doesn't just sit in a folder, but actually drives your business forward. So, let's roll up our sleeves and get started. In this episode, I'll guide you through the process of assembling your marketing plan, budgeting for success, and making sure it all adds up to real, measurable results. Ready? Let's dive in. Now, before you even start typing up a single word of your marketing plan, there's one step you absolutely cannot skip: building a detailed, realistic budget. I know, numbers might not be your favorite part of marketing, but trust me, this is where your plan goes from nice idea to real-world action. Start by thinking back to the strategies you've mapped out in the previous weeks. Maybe you've decided to run social media ads, launch a referral program, or invest in content creation. Now's the time to get specific. What will each tactic actually cost? Will you need new tools, pay for ad space, or perhaps outsource content writing? List every expense you can anticipate, from the must-haves to the nice-to-haves. This is crucial, not just for staying on track throughout the year, but also for setting expectations with your team or stakeholders. Next up is setting your goals. I'm not talking about vague wishes like get more customers. I mean clear, actionable targets. Do you want to boost sales by 15% over the next year? Grow your email list to 2,000 subscribers? Improve your brand's recognition in a specific community or niche? The more specific, the better. It'll help you focus your efforts and know what success looks like. But how will you actually measure that success? This is where key performance indicators, or KPIs, come in. KPIs are your way of putting numbers to your goals. If your aim is to increase sales, your KPI might be online transactions per month. If you're looking to expand your customer base, maybe it's the number of new leads or signups. For brand recognition, you might track social media mentions or website traffic from new visitors. Let's make this real with a quick example. Imagine you run a local bakery. You decide your top goal for the year is to increase catering orders. Your budget might include boosted Facebook ads, new packaging, and a few influencer collaborations. Your KPI? the number of catering orders completed each month. By budgeting and goal setting upfront, you know exactly where your money's going and what you're working towards, and you can spot early on if you need to tweak your approach. And here's the thing, no budget or set of goals is ever perfect from the get-go. Make your best predictions, but leave room to adapt. Maybe costs change, or you realize halfway through the year that one channel is performing better than another. That's okay. The important part is that you've laid a strong, intentional foundation, making your marketing plan a living document that grows with your business. So, before you dive into the template or start filling out your plan, take the time to get your numbers and targets straight. It's the difference between hoping for results and actually achieving them. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts of actually building your marketing plan. If you've been following along with this series, you've probably gathered quite a bit of information, done some research, and brainstormed a ton of ideas. Now it's time to pull it all together in a single, organized document. A great marketing plan isn't just a jumble of notes or a collection of ideas. It's a clear map that guides your business forward. Most templates out there will include the same core sections, and I'll walk you through each one, with tips on how to fill them in using everything you've prepared over the last several weeks. Start with the executive summary. This is a brief, punchy overview of your plan. Think of it as the trailer that gets someone excited to read the whole script. Jot down your main objectives, the big strategies, and what you hope to accomplish. You don't need to write an essay here. A few clear sentences that capture the essence of your plan are perfect. Next, you'll outline your goals. These should be the measurable, actionable targets we talked about in the last segment. Be specific. Increase online sales by 20% or grow Instagram following to 3,000 by year's end. Write these in a way that makes it easy to check your progress. Now, let's talk about your target market. Remember those personas and customer segments you worked on earlier? This is where you'll put that insight to work. Describe who your ideal customers are, what they care about, and how your business solves their problems. Move on to the competitive analysis. This is where you show that you've done your homework. Summarize who your main competitors are, what they're doing well, and where you see opportunities to stand out. The business overview section covers your pricing, positioning, and branding. This is your chance to articulate how you want people to perceive your business, what makes you different, and how you've structured your prices to reflect your value. Next comes your strategy, the heart of your plan. Lay out the key tactics you'll use. Are you focusing on social media, email campaigns, content creation powered by smart tools? Outline how these channels work together to achieve your goals. For metrics, pull in your KPIs and describe exactly how you'll measure success. Connect each metric to a goal, so it's easy to see what's working and what isn't. Implementation is where you break down strategy into action steps. List out what needs to happen, who's responsible, and when you expect to see results. Think of this as your marketing roadmap for the year. Finally, bring in your budget and sales forecasts. This is the numbers section. How much you'll spend, where the money's going, and what you project to bring in. Don't forget an evaluation or review section. This sets the expectation that you'll revisit the plan, see what worked, and adjust as needed. And here's my best advice. Use the template as a guide, but don't be afraid to make it your own. Your plan should be clear and useful for you, not just a document to check off a list. Don't stress about perfect grammar. Focus on making it understandable and actionable. That's what will help you actually bring your marketing to life. Let's talk about what happens after you've crafted that beautiful, thorough marketing plan. Here's a secret that a lot of guides and templates might not tell you. Your marketing plan isn't a static thing you finish and forget. It's a living document, meant to evolve right alongside your business. So, how do you keep your plan alive? It starts with tracking your progress. Remember those key performance indicators and metrics we mentioned earlier? Put them to work. Set aside regular times, maybe at the end of every month or quarter, to review his numbers. Are you making headway toward your goals? Are certain tactics outperforming others, or on the flip side, just not gaining traction? These check-ins don't have to be complicated. You can use a simple spreadsheet, a project management tool, or even a handwritten list tacked to your office wall. The important part is to look at the data and ask, what's working, what isn't, and why? Maybe you notice your Instagram engagement is through the roof, but your email campaigns aren't getting opened. That's insight you can act on. At the end of the year, or after any big campaign, take it a step further and create a lessons learned document. This doesn't have to be fancy. Just jot down what worked well, what didn't go as planned, and any surprises you encountered. Did assumptions about your audience hold up? Did the business environment shift in a way you didn't anticipate? All these notes become invaluable when it's time to plan for the next year. And let's be real. No matter how much you plan, things change. Maybe a new social platform takes off, a competitor shifts their strategy, or your customer base starts acting in unexpected ways. That's why flexibility is key. Be ready to adapt your tactics, test new approaches, or double down on what's proving effective. Even the biggest companies, think Apple or Nike, never stop marketing or updating their strategies. They're constantly learning, evolving, and responding to what's happening in the world, and with their customers. That's what keeps them at the top. Your marketing plan should be the same. Don't see it as a box to check, but as an ongoing, integral part of your business strategy. The more you treat it as a living, breathing guide, the more it will help you grow, adapt, and thrive, no matter what changes come your way. We've covered a lot of ground today, so let's bring it all together with a quick recap and some practical action steps you can take right now. First, remember that a strong marketing plan is built on preparation. All those weeks you spent gathering insights, defining your audience, analyzing competitors, and brainstorming strategies were vital. Now, your job is to pull all those pieces together, document them clearly, set a realistic budget, and define exactly what you want to achieve with concrete, measurable goals. Don't forget, the plan itself isn't the goal. It's your launchpad. Its real value comes from guiding your actions and helping you learn as you go. Don't stress about making it perfect or writing it like a novel. What matters most is that it's understandable and actionable for you and your team. If you're feeling stuck, remember there are plenty of marketing plan templates out there. PDFs, Word docs, even interactive tools to help you organize your ideas. Use them as a foundation, but personalize your plan to match your business and your style. Keep it simple. Clear goals, honest numbers, and straightforward strategies win every time. Here's an actionable tip. Set a regular calendar reminder to review your plan, whether it's monthly, quarterly, or after each big campaign. Ask yourself, are we hitting our targets? What's working, what's not, and what should we try next? Don't be afraid to adjust your tactics or your goals as things change. That's not a sign of failure. It's how you stay agile and successful in a fast-moving world. And above all, remember that marketing isn't something you do once and forget. It's woven into the fabric of your business, always evolving. Each year, take time to reflect on your wins and your lessons learned. Use that knowledge to make your next plan even sharper and more effective. If you want more support, consider downloading a marketing plan template or revisit earlier episodes in this series for a deeper dive into each section we discussed. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through building a marketing plan. I hope you feel empowered to take action, keep learning, and let your marketing work for you. And as always, you'll get valuable marketing tips in the time it takes to sip your morning coffee.